This OG Weasel Urban Conversion. I need y'all to like and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciated. What's up, y'all? This OG Weasel Urban Conversion. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go over to Urban Conversion on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the channel. These are real stories about my journey in life, doing 20 years in federal prison. And now I'm home, back, being aligned with the higher purpose of my give back. This is a quick story. Quick story, y'all. Real quick story, but it's heartfelt and it's dear to me. Check this out. I was in, this is a story about me being in high school, right? I was probably in about the 10th grade, because I only went to like freshman year and sophomore year. But that's the most I done. Sophomore year in high school. Well, anyway, we was young at this time, and we was into a lot of stuff in high school. Y'all already know what we was doing. We was fighting all the different neighborhoods. We was kids and we was into it. We was having fights with every surrounding neighborhood that we was in. As young boys, young kids, we was young, not knowing no better, but that's what we was doing. Long story short, right? It was this kid that I went to school with, and we had got close. And I used to walk home from school with him, and he used to stay in my neighborhood with his auntie. He used to stay in my neighborhood with his auntie, right? And as we got closer and closer, you know, we befriended each other and everything was cool. He had befriended some other guys, and ultimately, me and my crew got into it with his crew. So quite naturally, he was standing with his crew and I was standing with my crew. And ultimately, we had a fight. Me and him had a fight because our crews got into it. But we had got back cool. Me and the guy, me and my buddy, we had got back cool and squashed our little beef and our little situation behind that. We shared a class together. I think we was in science class or something like that together. But anyway, I had got suspended from school, and we was always fighting. Every day we had somebody to fight. Some crew, we was always fighting somebody's crew, right? And for some reason or another, I had got suspended from school, and I was suspended from school, and I'm just sitting. I'm at home. It's about 9:30. 10 o'clock. 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. 1 second, y'all. Can I get a pack of BOK cherries?
No.
Please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, now you can. $10 even.
Okay. I'm gonna get back to y'all 1 second.
Conference call.
Huh?
You on a conference call?
Nah.
Oh, you was talking to me. I thought you was talking to the people in your head.
I'm doing a YouTube video. Doing a video.
Why you put your money back there? Oh.
Why you give me a broke money?
Oh yeah, I just went through it and just picked out that dollar just for you. That's what I did. You right.
Thank you, baby.
Right.
All right. So anyway, I'm laying down in this bed. I'm downstairs at my mom's house. I'm in the basement. I'm in my room. Right? And if y'all understand this, I don't know if y'all ever experienced this or not, but you know how you be laying down, or you just get up, or you in a relaxed state, and you in this little paralysis state of mind, even though that you up, but you can't move. You up, but you can't move. And all I heard was God say something to me. And God told me to go up here to the school and tell this young guy to stop fighting. All I heard was God tell me, go up here and tell this guy to stop fighting. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, me and him ain't close enough for me to get out my bed and walk 10, 15 minutes to school just to tell him this, because we close, we cool, but I'm not understanding why I'm compelled to go up here and say this to him. But without me knowing it, I'm up out my bed, didn't wash my face, didn't brush my teeth, got up out my bed at my mom's house, went out the basement door, snuck up to the school. I walked up to Normandy High School. Went to the side of the building, jumped the fence, looked at the, I know it was about lunchtime. So lunchtime, 10 o'clock, 10:30, people start going into the kitchen, the cafeteria, right? So I jumped the fence, I catch the move. Well, the class is being changed. So when I come past the kitchen, I'm running around and I'm asking everybody, hey, where Dion at? Where Dion at? Where Dion at? Where Dion at? I kept asking everybody. They was like, he in Central, he over there. He coming out of Central and this and that. So I'm like, okay. So when I finally run into him, I see him. I say, Dion. He like, what's up, Weasel? Hug him, shake his hand, and I hug him. I say, bro, man, stop all that fighting, man. Man, we got to do something better with our life, man. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm done with that shit. I'm getting some money now, and everything cool, man. I ain't on none of that shit. Yeah, he had just bought him a short dog 9.8. He had just bought him a nice little short dog 9.8. Got some rims and tires on it. We in high school. So this is looked up to. This is like, okay, he's standing on his business. He doing his thing. God compelled me to get out my mama bed to go tell this guy that I befriended to stop fighting, to stop all the fighting. And I done that. My girl cousin, Melissa, because me Dion was close. And my girl cousin was cool with Dion as well. We all had a little relationship. And just us three. Me, Melissa, and Dion, me and Dion always was together, walking home from school from time to time. And even though he wasn't from my neighborhood. So as I went to go tell him to stop all that fighting and I gave him a hug, I left the school. Didn't understand why I done what I done, but I done it because I was led to do that. God told me to get up and go tell him to stop all that fighting. This was the warning, y'all. So when I get up and go do that, maybe a week or two later, maybe a week or so later, maybe less than 2 weeks later, my girl cousin Melissa had called me crying. She called me crying. Boo-hooing, boo-hooing. I'm like, cuz, what's up? What's going on? She like, cuz, Dion dead. Dion got shot. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Instantly, y'all, instantly. I went to questioning God. I went to go question God, like, why you send me to go tell him that and then this happened? But who was I to question God? Only thing was my purpose was to do what God needed me to do. And I done that. I fulfilled that requirement that God needed me to do. He told me to go warn him. So the warning of God come in different forms. And he used me to go tell him to stop all that fighting. That was the warning. It hurt me so bad because God used me to tell my friend to stop fighting, which ultimately ended his life from the same situation that God wanted him to stop from doing. Didn't heed the warning. So those people that come to you in certain aspects and give you a warning, don't look at it like it's personal. Because I went out my way. This ain't nothing that I done on the regular. I was a kid. I didn't know that I was being led by God to tell him to stop fighting. Ultimately, a couple weeks later, he ended up dead from fighting. And his homeboy shot him on accident trying to shoot the other guy that they was fighting. And last night, I'm amongst some friends, and one of my little nephews was with this lady. After an hour or two of us just sitting around listening to music, singing, and drinking us some wine, the young lady asked me how old was I? And I told her I was 53 years of age. And then she turned around and my nephew, he had said, hey, you know her people from Belder Village, from your neighborhood, this, that, and the third. So we go to ask, so she go to tell me who her dad was. She was like, Dion. She was like, Dion Robinson, my daddy, but it didn't register when she said this. Because we was kids when me and him was friends. We was kids, we were 9th, 10th grade. We was kids. And as I pondered that for a second, and I was thinking about Dion. And it dawned on me, I was like, Dion, as I'm looking at the lady, and I was like, Dion Robinson? She was like, yes, that's my daddy. The lady 24, 25 years old. And I never was able to, I told a couple people this story in my lifetime because I questioned God about why did he ask me to go tell him to stop. And that was my purpose. God gonna line you up with his purpose to fulfill what he needs you to do, whether you want to do it or not. Because at this age, I'm not understanding how I'm led as a kid to go do something. But it don't matter. God gonna bring you into the fold to do whatever he needs you to do, no matter what age it is. So as I go to tell this girl, his daughter, which this young lady that I was speaking to, telling her this story about how God led me to go tell her father to stop fighting. And she was less than a year old when he got killed. And I wanted to come on here and tell this story because I know I'm online, because I guess this story was for her purpose. And I had to carry this story for so long. Now I was able to reveal this story to his daughter. To his daughter that was a baby when he lost his life. So the purpose of this story is to tell you, God gonna put certain things in your path for you to fulfill certain things that he needs you to do, whether it's through people, through actions, through words, and just being able to be still at times. God's purpose gonna be filled. This OG Weasel Urban Conversion, and I'm bringing this story to y'all because it was heartfelt to me, and I love God. I love God, and I love the purpose that he used me for, and I continue to hope and pray that he continue to use me. Maybe not in that light, but to enlighten people that God is real. And I'm gonna tell you like this: it wasn't no other purpose in this world but to do God's purpose. And when God tell you to do certain things, you're not even gonna understand why you're doing certain things. But trust me, it's a purpose behind it. And I guess that purpose was for me to give my friend, my purpose was to give his daughter that story. Even though it was, this is 20, 25, 30 years later, it was my purpose to give her this story. And rest in peace, Deon Robinson. Man, you greatly missed, man. And my stories on my YouTube channel about my journey as a kid in my youth. I'm gonna talk about these stories. I started editing these stories. I started dropping these stories. Well, I'm editing these stories right now. I got plenty of them to give y'all some highlights of my journey, what led me up to getting 30 years in federal prison. So these are and I'm gonna tell you how often God kept me safe in those situations. This OG Weasel Urban Conversion, man. And I pray that this story helps somebody. This OG Weasel Urban Conversion. Go to YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the channel. Because I will be in telling my true story. Follow, like, and share.